Hi everybody, welcome, and my name is Deanna, here to lead you through a guided meditation starting with a few tips to get you settled in and to help you to really get comfortable and to begin to learn how to carry over a meditation practice easily at home. And I'll just kind of walk you through a few things that really can help you to enjoy the experience even more, and really to help to make it an accessible practice on a regular basis. So the first thing to start with is to find a comfortable place to meditate. And I know that sometimes space can really be tough to find, especially space within the home that's a little bit more quiet. So if you are at home and meditating, if you're able to find a little bit quieter of a space in your home, sometimes even a closet, even if you need to clear out a few clothes and even make a really quiet corner in a closet, or just a corner of a room, keeping in mind that it is really tough to block out all kinds of regular noise in our environments, and we can actually use that as part of our meditation experience, and I'll help to guide you through that as well a little bit later in our practice. So no worries about the whole noise issue, because to be honest, my cat is here and you can see you can see his tail, and typically I have my dog running through, my cats, and sometimes I even hear my husband in the other room laughing, and I make that part of the meditation experience as well. So finding a comfortable place to be. And next step is to think about how you want to be positioned. Do you want to be sitting? Do you want to be laying down? I typically recommend sitting. And the reason for that is if I were to lay down, chances are I may fall asleep. And while we want to be relaxed for the meditation practice, the goal isn't to fall asleep. It's actually to stay alert and more mindful, to be mindful and to be present of thoughts, to be present and mindful of sensations that come and arise in the body as we're meditating together. So if you decide to lay down, make sure that you're in a comfortable position, but also one that isn't going to facilitate you falling asleep. If you do fall asleep, well, then your body probably needs it, and you probably should go to sleep or take a nap or go to bed early instead of getting into your meditation. So if you decide to sit, just a couple of tips. One is, if you decide to sit in a chair, make sure that you are sitting up on your chair. Make sure that you are sitting in a nice upright lifted posture. By lifted, I mean that your collarbones feel like they're lifted, shoulders rolled back and down, and also make sure that your feet are in contact with the floor. You should have about, like a 90-degree angle at your hips and your knees and even your ankles. I recommend taking shoes off instead of having shoes on. Socks are fine to have on, especially to keep your feet warm. It's still a little bit cold outside. But having your shoes off really helps to give you a feeling of grounding, a feeling of connection with the floor and the foundation underneath your body. It can help you to be a little bit more present. So if you decide to sit in a chair, just again, make sure that you're sitting in a way that you are nice and upright and lifted in terms of your posture, but not rigid. If you decide to sit on the floor, which is what I'm doing right now, I am sitting on the edge of a blanket, one of our yoga blankets from Yoga at Simply Well, and I have it folded in a way that it's almost in like a wedge shape. And I'm sitting right at the edge of it to put my hips into more of a lifted position, so that the rest of my spine feels more upright and I don't feel like I'm sort of hunched or curled forward. My legs are crossed. My hips are a little bit higher than my knees. In terms of your hands, a lot of times people ask about what to do with your hands and where they should go during your meditation. Typically, palms up, maybe in your lap, is a position of receiving. So your hands sort of are in this position of receiving energy. Hands down and resting on your lap can be more of a grounding experience for you. And the idea of keeping your energy inward and sort of recirculating inward throughout your body. You can also fold your hands. This is a position that I like to hold my hands in sometimes, or even, interlacing your fingers. So that's something that you can do. But just really finding a comfortable position with your hands. Just do what intuitively just feels comfortable and feels good to you. So I think we'll go ahead and get started. Usually when I'm doing my own meditation at home, I like to set a timer. I have an Insight timer. It's an app. If you have a smartphone, I have an app called Insight Timer that has a lovely little bell, and you can set it for any length of time that you like. They also have guided meditations from people like Jack Kornfield and Tara Brach as well. So it's a great app that I tend to really like to use for meditation. So let's come into a comfortable position. So whichever one you choose, I'm going to reposition my legs a little bit here. My knees are bent, legs are crossed, sitting nice and upright. And at first I'm just going to roll my shoulders up and back and down a few times. And then even inhale my shoulders up towards my ears. Oh, there's a little bit of cracking there. And exhaling, relaxing my shoulders. And let's do that again. Inhaling up and exhaling and releasing down. So I think we'll probably do about maybe 6 or 7 minutes of the meditation. So getting into a position where you feel like you're not going to move around a lot, but remembering that it's okay if you have to move as we're meditating. So settling into your position and beginning by taking a few deep letting go breaths. So deeply inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your nose or your mouth. Allowing your eyes to either close or having a soft gaze. Eyelids feeling soft and relaxed. Maybe focusing on one thing in the room if you decide to have your eyes open. So taking as many of those deep letting go breaths as you feel that you need to. And then letting go a little bit more and starting to notice your natural breath at rest without doing anything special to your breath. So just noticing the softness of your inhale and your exhale. Noticing any sounds in the room, maybe outside noises or animals, even the sound of my voice. And beginning to notice any sensations that begin to arise in your body. You may notice areas of tension or holding, or even areas of pain potentially. If any thoughts or emotions, to-do lists begin to float to the surface, maybe just imagining that you have a broom and you're just very gently sweeping those things just off to the side, very gently. And then returning to your breath, noticing your inhale and your exhale. Noticing the softness of your breath, the way that your belly and your chest rise and fall. And then if you continue to notice areas of tension or pain in your body, instead of turning your attention away from those areas, maybe sending your breath to that area or those multiple areas, sending a feeling of softness to those areas. If they feel tight or tense, just imagining that those muscles are very slowly relaxing with each exhale, releasing a little bit more tension with each breath. Softening, relaxing, feeling a sense of ease with each breath you take. Feeling that your breath is nourishing those areas of tension or discomfort. You're feeling a little bit softer, a little bit lighter, and more at ease with each breath you take. And one more minute left. And just see if you can feel each breath softening, relaxing, feeling a little bit more easeful with each breath. Very slowly start to deepen your breath, slowly bringing movement back to your body, opening your eyes, and making sure that before you stand up, that your feet are awake, that they're not asleep, and taking your time to move, trying to take the mindfulness component of this practice with you by not rushing to the next task or item on your to-do list, but instead just to take a minute or two just to notice. And I hope you enjoyed the meditation. Thank you so much for joining me, and coming soon I'll have some more videos to put up. Thank you so much. Namaste.